But when you think of opera, we're guessing that an image kind of like this pops into your head. But this is exactly the type of myth that the Fort Worth Opera is trying to dispel. GMT's Paige McCoy-Smith is live this morning in Fort Worth with a few more opera myths revealed.
Well, as you heard, I am in Bass Performance Hall, one of my all-time favorite places in my hometown, Fort Worth. And we're here to talk about the Fort Worth Opera. And I'm joined by Darren K. to give us a little insight about the opera. Because, you know, I think there are people that really kind of feel like the opera is in many ways unaccessible, and that you know only the fancy folks go to the opera, and there's some myths associated with the opera, so you're going to kind of help us kind of get through some of those myths, Darren.
Absolutely. We're going to dispel 5 of them for you today, and here's the first one.
I can't understand opera.
Did you understand anything that he just said?
I actually did, because I do understand opera, but to help people understand opera, we have the English translations above the stage. So while you're watching the show in Italian, you can read the English along, and if you're a Spanish-speaking person, you can read it in Spanish as well.
Well, that's great, because then you really get the essence of the story, because what they are indeed doing is telling a wonderful story to music and to singing and to songs. So being able to see the words really, of course, does help.
Absolutely, they do. And now here's myth number 2.
I can't afford a ball gown, so I can't go to the opera.
A girl's got a dress, Darren. That's very true, and it's sometimes scary to think about, like, you look in your closet, how am I going to find something appropriate to wear to the opera?
The truth is everything's appropriate. If you want to wear a t-shirt and jeans and flip-flops, we'll welcome you that way, or if you want to wear a tuxedo or a dress. As long as you wear clothes, you're good.
Okay, just no nakedness at the opera.
Absolutely.
No nakedness at the opera. Okay, myth number 3.
I can't afford a ticket, for I am just a student.
I love this segment. Wow, but that is something that's people are concerned about. Again, being inaccessible, that the ticket prices are way too pricey, something that we can't afford, and you're saying, hey, that's not the case. Student
rush is $15 before the show for any student with a student ID. Our cheapest ticket in the house is $25. Plus, if you go on our website and look, and sign up for our email deals, we give deals every week on ticket prices. So there's no excuse to not come to the opera because of pricing.
All right, you're starting to convince me, but let's go with myth number 4.
Opera singers wear horns.
She certainly is not wearing horns, that is for sure.
No, and most opera singers today live at the gym because of HDTV and being on television and movies, so singers have to be fit, and it's at Fort Worth Opera, they actually look like the roles they're singing. That's really important to me.
That's a very good point, because sometimes people do think about the big horns and the big divas that are out there on stage, and again, it's accessible. These are people that you would see on the streets or in your local market.
The ones you're looking at right now are real live opera singers.
All right. Are we ready for myth number 5?
5.
Let's do it.
Opera is boring and geared towards parents. Opera is boring and geared towards parents.
Boring.
I am not bored at all. You guys are phenomenal. What incredible talents. But I think that is some concern. Am I going to be able to stay awake through the opera? And boy, I tell you what, I'm not feeling very sleepy.
No, it's really exciting. And we choose shows, whether they were written 100 years ago or yesterday, that are really meaningful to our community, that are about really great stories, that have universal appeal. And you will find yourself just wanting to come back again and again. Opera is not boring.
Fantastic. All right, can we quickly talk about when the tickets are available, when they're for sale, so that people can sign up on the website and get their tickets and come to the opera?
They're available right now, actually, at fwopera.org. That's fortworthopera.org, fwopera.org, and we have all sorts of deals. There's no reason not to come, and we've got a wide variety this year for everybody.
And what kinds of shows are you going to have this year?
La Boheme, everybody's favorite, by Puccini, The Daughter of the Regiment, which will have me returning to the stage for the first time in 15 years.
Look at you, Darren K.
I know, right? Ariadne of Naxos, which is another comedy, and then our Opera Unbound series is Glory Denied, which is about the longest-serving POW in Vietnam history, a very heart-wrenching story.
Fantastic. All right, can we give a quick thank you to these lovely singers?
Yes, this is Stephen Eddy, Amanda Robie, McEuen, and Corrie Donovan. They're our young artists for the Fort Worth Opera Studio, and they are magnificent.
They are magnificent indeed. I'm all fired up. I'm coming to the opera.
Yeah, you can sit with me.
All right, fantastic. It's okay if I wear jeans?
Absolutely.
Done. All right. We'll send it back inside to you in the studio.
So entertaining. Thank you so much, Paige.